The ancient Greeks thought of the god of fire Hephaestus lived beneath Mount Etna, and the Titan god Prometheus was stole the fire from Hephaestus' volcano to give to humans. During the past 400 years, nearly 250,000 people have been killed as a direct result of the volcanic eruptions. Indirect effects were famine, climate change, and disease. The most dangerous volcano today is Popocatépetl, nicknamed El Popo, which is just 33 miles from the Mexico City. El Popo is still active, sending thousands of tons of gas and ash into the air each year. In 1963, an undersea volcano created the newest landmass on Earth, Surtsey Island, which lies off the southwest coast of Iceland. Today, Surtsey is about 1 square mile and is named after Surt, a fire giant from Norse mythology. The worst volcanic disaster of the 20th century is considered to be the eruption of Mount Pelée in 1902 on the island of Martinique in the Caribbean, which killed 30,121 people. Only 2 people survived. They were a shoemaker living on the edge of the island and a prisoner who had been locked in jail cell with thick stone walls. The Lake Toba supervolcanic eruption nearly 75,000 years ago in Indonesia plunged Earth into the volcanic winter, known as the Millennium Ice Age, and was responsible for the formation of sulfuric acid in the atmosphere. The eruption was the planet's most recent supervolcano eruption. The eruption of Mount St. Helens on May 18, 1980 released 24 megatons of thermal energy and had 1,600 times the power of atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Geologists consider this is a moderate eruption. Highly volcanic areas have some of the most fertile farmland in the world. Volcanic eruptions bring nutrients such as potassium and phosphorus to the Earth's soil. The Ring of Fire is a region around the Pacific Ocean where many volcanic eruptions and earthquakes occur. The region is a horseshoe-shaped belt about 40,000 km long and up to about 500 km wide. Most of the world's biggest volcanoes are located here. Volcanologists measure the size of the eruption with the Volcanic Explosivity Index, with 0 being the weakest and 8 the strongest. 8 is usually reserved for the super eruptions, popularly called supervolcanoes. In year 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted violently, ultimately releasing 100,000 times the thermal energy of the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. At the time, the region was a part of the Roman Empire, and several Roman cities were devastated. The best-known cities were Pompeii and Herculaneum. After archaeological excavations, the area became the major tourist attraction and is now UNESCO World Heritage Site and part of the Vesuvius National Park. Some volcanic islands, such as Iceland and Hawaii, have black beaches. Their sand is made from basalt when lava cools and has been broken down into sand particles. There are 4 major types of volcanoes: cinder cone, composite, shield, and lava domes. Composite volcanoes are the most common type of volcanoes. Classic examples include Mount Rainier in Washington State and Mount Fuji in Japan. More than 300 million people live in the shadow of active volcanoes, including Mount Vesuvius in Italy, Mount Rainier in US, and Popocatépetl in Mexico. In 1943, a Mexican farmer named Dionisio Pulido witnessed the birth of the volcano in his cornfield about 329 kilometers west of the Mexico City. It started as a slight depression in his field and soon became a crack that discharged smoke and hissing noises. During the next 9 years, the volcano Pericuden had grown to elevation of 2,272 meters, and its voluminous lava flows had destroyed several towns. Edvard Munch's famous painting The Scream is the thought that showed the volcanic sunset caused by the massive eruption of Krakatoa in Indonesia in 1883. The blood-red sunset could be seen as far away. The 1815, the eruption of Mount Tambora in Indonesia was the most powerful volcanic eruption in recorded human history, with a volcanic explosivity index of 7. It killed over 70,000 people, and it also caused the worst famine in the 19th century. Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming sits on the site of the ancient supervolcano. It erupted around 2 million years ago, 1.3 million years ago, and 640,000 years ago. If it follows the same pattern, another eruption might happen anytime now. The myth of the lost city of Atlantis sinking beneath the ocean may be based on the Greek island of Santorini after the large volcanic eruption during the Bronze Age. The earliest known picture of the volcano is nearly 8,000 years old wall painting of the eruption of Mount Hasan volcano in Turkey. One of the houses in Çatalhöyük can be seen at the mountain's base. While no other planet besides Earth shows active volcanoes, in one of the Jupiter's moons shows volcanoes that are erupting. The 1883 eruption of Krakatoa in Indonesia is thought to have released 200 megatons of energy, the equivalent of the 15,000 nuclear bombs. Even though the island was uninhabited, the eruption killed 36,000 people as a result of the burning ash showers and huge tsunamis. It generated the loudest sound historically reported. There are approximately 1,500 active volcanoes, not counting the undersea volcanoes. Of these, only about 20-30 erupt in any one year. There are no active volcanoes in Australia. Japan has 10% of the world's active volcanoes. Indonesia, Japan, and the United States have the most active volcanoes in the world. The United States and its territories have 169 active volcanoes. The 1912 eruption of Navarapta was the largest volcanic eruption in the 20th century. It was a 6 out of 8 on the volcanic explosivity index. Hawaii's Kilauea volcano is one of the world's longest erupting volcanoes. It has been erupting since January 3, 1983. The 1980 Mount St. Helens volcanic eruption was the deadliest volcano explosion in the history of the United States. It killed 57 people, thousands of animals. It also caused the largest landslide in recorded history, which lowered the mountain by 1,300 feet. While Mount Everest has the highest elevation on land and Hawaiian Shield volcano are actually the tallest mountain on Earth, the total height of the Mount Kea, counting both below and above sea level, is 10,210 meters tall, and Mount Everest peaks at 8,848 meters. The world's largest active volcano is Hawaii's Mauna Loa volcano, peaking at 4,170 meters above sea level and over 8,534 meters from the ocean floor. Volcanic ash and pyroclastic flow can travel over 62 miles per hour down the side of the volcano. The flow can reach temperatures higher than 500 Celsius degree. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button.